Okay. Part of doing collage, the fun of doing collage is, you work with papers, and some of the papers you can make yourself in many ways. You can do prints, use jelly prints. You can just use different kinds of inks and do transfers and all kinds of stuff like that. One of the things you can do is use the National Geographic. Of course, you can do it for the images itself, but there is a way of making some really cool papers using only National Geographics. It doesn't work with anything else. I tried. National Geographic, this is an old one from 1993. National Geographic uses a certain printing process, something clay-based of some kind. So when you put a solvent on them, it changes the picture into something very abstract. Very, very interesting papers, and they all come out different. Now, I'm going to make them today. I'll make a couple anyways, and I want to show you a couple things about how to do it. Now, it's an expensive process, the way they print the color. That's why it's so vibrant. But it doesn't come into effect until after the copyright page. So I don't call it a copyright page, or the past the, let's see if I can find it, like the content page or whatever it is, tells you what's, let's see. So in other words, you don't have to waste the Citrosolv, this product, on the whole book. Let's see if I can find the copyright. Here's the copyright page. Okay, so all the pages before this, it won't do anything to. So you can just pull this out, and you can still go through this for the actual pictures. This is kind of a cool picture. Camel. Anyways, so we're pulling that out. So after this copyright page, all the rest of them should be able to be treated with this Citrosolv. So I'm going to show you what the product is, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's not brain surgery. Let me first cut a few pages out. Now, when I've done whole books, I've just cut the whole thing. I take this whole binding off. I just cut it down and take the binding off. But today I'm just going to, because I'm still going to use the book, I'm going to go through the book for images itself. So I'm just going to do a couple pages. And it doesn't matter if it's text or pictures. It's still very cool. So what I think I'll do is I'll cut one that's just mostly a picture. I should cut it. And then I'll do one that's a little, again, you don't even know what's going to happen to the picture until you do it. And I'm going to do one with more text on it. This is kind of colorful. It's got more red in it. Let's try that. You won't recognize the picture when it's done. So you take your pages out, and we're going to get the materials you need. I'm using a pan that I use in the oven all the time. This stuff is not poisonous or anything. It's just a heavy-duty orange-based salt cleaner. So it's not, I mean, you don't want to drink or anything, but it cleans up. It's not something you have to worry about as far as that's concerned. Oh, I put it in there, and this is what it is. This is what I'm using. It's called Citrosolv. I ended up getting it on Amazon. Concentrated cleaner and degreaser, makes over 11 gallons. So this is full strength. With real essential oils for your toughest stains, grease, and everyday cleaning. And it says, caution, skin and eye and skin irritation, harmful if swallowed. So it is, I mean, you don't want to swallow this stuff. It's very concentrated. And it says dilute. So it's something you would clean with it, you would dilute. But for this you don't dilute it. So I have some in here, And all I'm doing is just rubbing it across the page. And you can do both sides. If you like, you'll get more papers out of it. So it's kind of a no-brainer. This is, you know, and they can even stick together, and that makes even a more interesting coloration thing. So we're just going to keep, and this one is already wet because it was sitting below the other one, so. Yes. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put this on the side. I think it takes at least 20 minutes, but I'm not going to be, I don't think I'll be online that long. What I'll think I'll do, or maybe I'll pause the video. This has already got stuff on it. I'll just turn it over. So that's all you do. It's really not, there's not much to it. And I think what we'll do is just, now they take a while to dry, but you can still look at them when they're wet, what you'll do. I'll just put them over like this and put it off to the side. So we'll look a little bit at this magazine. And just see, this is a great magazine to look at and to use for collaging. It's very vibrant, the colors. Look at I can even use my little squares on this. Which I seem to have lost one of the squares. No, I didn't. It makes nice little pictures. Look at all those little pictures you could use. Oh, how pretty that is. These are already not as sharp. It's kind of blurry. That could be used. Look at how pretty the colors are on this. Oh my goodness. This would make a beautiful collage paper. It's a night scene, and I think this is in Poland somewhere, but it's all violet. I'm going to pull this out right now. Now this might also work well with the Citrosolv, but I'm worried that it would get too black. Although you really don't know what's going to happen when you put it on there. It depends on how they're printing it, the colors they're using, I think. Here's a nice dancing men. You got your maps, little maps, big maps. Whoever these pictures, they like to focus on something and make everything else blurry in the background. It's kind of interesting. Another great scene from almost like a drone. That would make a great picture in a collage. A lot of gray tones, a lot of texture in these pictures. I think you have these double pictures. Let's see what's in this one. Oh, wow. Interesting. I mean, you can find pictures anywhere, but this is kind of a great place to look for pictures. The texture. Little kids here. That's really nice. You got some nice clear numbers there to be used. Oh, another pretty picture. Now this is more of a day scene, but it's that pretty blue, but it's icy blue. The sky, the pink. More maps. I'm looking for some views where you can look into it, where it has like the vanishing point. These are kind of interesting letters. The more you do collage, the more you'll get a sense of what you like to see in pictures, and then the more you'll, I mean, now that I look at a picture, where before I wouldn't find anything of interest, now I see a lot more since I've been doing them. Like this is a great picture, and I wouldn't use the whole thing. I would just use, I mean, I like this color here. I love the sky, and I love this building, and the way the light's coming out. So that's really interesting. You could do a lot with that in just a collage. One more interesting is the desert view at night. Look at this. Pretty. What's cool about the National Geographic, it's not about the same. It's always all over the world. I mean, in one magazine, in one monthly magazine, you'll see pictures from all kinds of places. Here we're in Britain for a while, I guess. That's a pretty scene. Look at that tree. That's beautiful. Some hand drawings. That's great. I mean, the guys are great, and there's also all this. Here we have some of that thing I was talking about the other day, where you look down, you look through the paint, you look down in through the painting, where you have your the larger things in front, and then it gets smaller as they travel on. And you could see that there's this one you could use, and there's this one you could use. You even use the ladder, and whatever this is, a row of something growing, I guess. This is more another type of vanishing point going through here. Pretty. What a pretty color that is. And then you have your two neat, I don't know, they're mules, I guess? Or maybe there's some kind of horse. I don't know. What does it say? It doesn't say what they are. These are the moors, apparently. Now we go into the rainforest. Look at these blocks of color. You can find National Geographics on eBay. I think I bought 12. I can't remember. I bought 12 for like 20 bucks or something a while back. I haven't gone. Still have a lot left to go through. Get them in house sales. Get them at the libraries sometimes. And I think they still. I know these are older ones, and I know they still. You can still use the Citrosolv with them. But I think. And I think they're still, even today, I think they use that same process. I'm not sure, though. Anyway, so I'm going to stop this video, and then when it's cured, these things are kind of changing colors, I'll come back and show you what they look like. Okay, see you in a little bit. Okay, I think it's been about 45 minutes. I'm going to show you what it looks like now. These are still very wet, so they'll still be changing. And I'm going to make a mess here with this this stuff. This is where I'm going to put this. Okay. So here are the pictures. I think I'm going to put them on paper towels when I'm finished. Just see, you know, now you don't even know what it was. It's got some pretty browns in there. And in the dark, you got that gradation coming down. I mean, I had no control over this. Now this, see, the words can also be changed when you put more stuff on it. You see how it's moving. That is very nice. And then we have this one. So I'm gonna bring these back. Probably they'll be dry by tomorrow for sure. And here's the other one. Again, you can't really see what it was. What is happening is since I'm using this, which I normally wouldn't use, I just put them on newspaper. The Citrosolv is not washing away. It's all pooled here, so you get some pooling of colors. But isn't that a pretty situation there? And then even the print had this interesting purpling showing up. And see how you can kind of get rid of that if you wanted to get rid of it. But I don't like to get rid of it because the print is great for collages. And then here's another one. This turned out really nice too. Look at that, how cool that is, with just the words popping up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this on some paper towels. And when they're dry, I'll show you what they look like once they're dry, because it still may go through some changes. So this is Citrosolv using with a National Geographic, and they make such great collage. And it's always a surprise what you get. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a great day.